But you have a panel, you know, as a panel, you're certainly, your input and expertise really helps us make much better decisions in the things that we're able to do. And you know, even within this panel, I can even hear differences of opinion, and boy, that makes it even difficult to come to some agreement on. And we're going to try to get through as many questions as we possibly can. That way, you can go on without your business. And so, Dr. Benson, Dr. Benson, the state of Wisconsin has stronger regulations for disposal and reusable the reuse of coal ash than most states do, but yet you double the national average. So what are you doing within Wisconsin that's tough regulations, but actually doubles the national average? What are you doing? How are you able to educate? I know, Mr. Garbini, we're talking about leaving it to the states, because I mean, heaven forbid if one state says it's a hazardous waste, then that knocks everybody out. And so we got to find some uniformity. And I know Mr. Adams in his testimony, and we're on the same page of talking about giving them the regulation under D. That way we can have uniformity, because we don't want one state. I mean, I don't know which state, maybe some of the Pacific Coast side, if they want to decide it's a hazardous waste, then ultimately we end up, then it impacts everyone in the industry. And we talk about insurance, liability, litigation. So what are you doing in Wisconsin that doubles the amount of use, but also have somewhat good regulations?
Well, I would indicate that we actually do two things. We have a disposal regulation that mimics Subtitle D, and that provides us with a vehicle when we need to dispose of these materials that's safe and protective of the environment. It's been very effective. We actually, of our modern disposal facilities, haven't had a single environmental compliance issue with regard to groundwater in those modern facilities. So we have a code that's like Subtitle D that provides safe containment of these materials. The other thing that we have is we have vehicles in our regulation that allow us to use these materials. We recognize their value. We recognize the importance of using our resources wisely, and we developed a code in collaboration with industry, stakeholders, environmental stakeholders, and regulators that allows us to use these materials in a very safe and wise manner that's both protective of the environment but also allows them to be used in construction. So through those two vehicles, we've been very successful at increasing the use of coal combustion products and other industrial byproducts, while also ensuring that we protect the environment in disposal applications.
I'm going to recognize Mr. Lutenmeyer for his questions.